This is the first question of MCAS number 6 Academy online. This is for question 1. So if we look at question 1, we can see that it says at the rate of. So they must have given us a rate, and they did. In 3 hours, he can walk 14 miles. And we're looking for how long in 35 miles. So they gave us something to base our solution on. So I'm going to write 3 hours is to 14 miles. And then they're saying X hours is to 35 miles. So they gave us a ratio, 3 is to 14, and then they are asking us to solve for X is to 35. So you should know how to set up something that sounds like this. So instead of writing the words is to, we have a different symbol we can use. So we could say 3 is to 14 as X is to 35. And that's what a ratio is about. It's about a unit divided by another unit. So if you remember correctly, this is called a proportion. So we're solving a proportion. Oh, ran out of room. So if you remember correctly on how to simplify a proportion, we first look at the given ratio. So I'm going to look at this ratio, and since 3 and 14 don't have any common factors, I can't simplify that to anything easier to work with. So I'm going to leave it, and now I'm going to use what method we use for solving proportions, which is called cross product. And the reason why I separated that is because you're going to do the cross, and then the product, remember you're multiplying. So 14 times x is 14x is equal to the other cross product. So 35 times 3. I know I'm exaggerating, but I'm doing it on purpose. So then simplifying, I get 14x equals, and 35 times 3 is 105. One-step equations, divide both sides by 14, but I don't know what that is. So I'm going to do a little side note. So 14, 105 divided by 14. 14 goes into 105. I'm going to say 7 times, and if I multiply this out, oops, that was an 8. 7 times 4 is 28, carry the 2, 7 and 1 and 2 is 9. 98 subtracted from 105 gives me a remainder of 7, but I need the decimal, so I'm bring down the 0, remember long division, so then I need to know how many times 14 goes into 70, and that's 5 times. Sorry, and you actually get no remainder there. So I know, going back to that, x is 7.5. So 3 hours is to 14 miles, as it gives me that 7.5 hours is to 35 miles. So B is the correct answer.